So something that I've really wanted for a while now, but I'm too cheap to buy, is a GoPro mount for my truck. Because imagine if you could be like here, and then we could go on all kinds of adventures and get some cool footage. So we're going to build a GoPro mount out of this. It's a bed frame. People actually dump these out here in the desert quite a bit because no one wants to buy them for some reason. I don't know why. And so I've appropriated a few of them over the years and months. And so we're going to use that and build us a little mount. So the plan is to be able to mount this bracket or GoPro mount here. I will decide the angle eventually. So I'm going to get a little like maybe 2.5, 3-inch piece of bed frame here. We're going to angle that up so that I can put my GoPro about, I don't know, here-ish. And then we're going to see where we can go from there. Now as far as the actual GoPro mount, I bought these for like $5. There was a 5-pack of them, so like $1 a piece. I got them very cheap. It has a standard tripod mounting screw on there, which is 1/4 by 20, I believe. And so we'll be able to put this on our bracket with a bolt. I'm going to weld the bolt to the bed frame, and then I can tighten this down with some Loctite. And then my GoPro can, you know, swivel as it is intended to. That's pretty nice. That's almost the right size. Let's go check. This is almost perfect. I just need to shave a little bit off of this, but that's fine. And then we're gonna clean it up because it's hideous and rusty. Some cutting oil. You wouldn't believe what a difference this makes. So next, the plan is to weld the big boy to this, and then we can shorten it as we need. I did do a pre-test of this thing to see what angle we would need. So all I'm doing really is kind of playing with it, setting it flush against the bumper, which will be there. I'm putting my GoPro. I think that's about right. I believe this is actually a 45-degree angle, because this was already cut, as you can see, many months ago, maybe even a year ago, for a different project. So 45 degrees works great. One thing I'll have to address before I weld it though is the rust and the paint on this thing. I need to get at least this leading edge kind of like cleaned up. Oh, it's not plugged in. So it's very dusty, but I'm going to be using my Harbor Freight Titanium 125. This thing has been through hell, and it has held up very nicely. The settings I'm using on this for bed frames are D1/2-ish and 5-ish. That'll get you kind of close to a good starting point. Very important to note, always wear a welding helmet. Never ever wear sandals or Crocs when you're welding. Don't judge me, shut up. And now we wait for 20 minutes for it to cool because... Okay, that is about flush with a bumper. I think that's gonna work just fine. So I've stuck 2 bolts through here, did a little test fit of our bracket here. And so this is golden where it's at. I'll do the same thing on the other side, but for now I want to focus on this side. And then I'm actually going to go up in here, and I'm going to weld these to the bumper. So I had a piece of scrap bed frame left over. I've put a bolt in it, and then we've angled the GoPro mount exactly the direction that we want it. And now I'm going to weld this bolt down and hopefully not melt my GoPro mount, but if I do, I have 4 others, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, well the answer is yes, it melts almost immediately at the slightest sign of heat, and now we can weld this onto that. I don't know how bad that's gonna shake, but here goes nothing. Okay, we've roughed in the other side too, so let's get you on there and see what that looks like. And that's about all there is to making a GoPro mount with a bed frame. It's a little bit ghetto, but whatever, it works, right? And I got to build something, which makes me happy. I am gonna clean this mount up a little bit, paint it, take the flux residue off of it and all that. But that's about all that you need to see. So I hope this video is remotely entertaining or helpful to you. As usual, you be good while I'm gone. I'll see you next time. Have a good week. And here's more footage from the GoPro. We're about to see how bad this gets.